It's 2010, and I have finally graduated from undergrad from Texas Women's University. I was ecstatic. I was like, oh, yes, I'm about to get into PT school. Things are about to be they're just about to roll. I am ready. So during that summer, after I graduated, I was working. I did not know any PTs. I was still trying to figure out the whole process of getting into PT school. So it was a lot of digging and learning on my part. And I wasn't sure how it was all going to work out, but God worked it out, as He always does. And my grandmother's daughter was a PT. I didn't know this, but that information came available at the right time. So I was able to go shadow her or get my observation hours in order to get my applications in for school. And not only her, but I was able to find another PT that was willing to allow me to come into the clinic to get my volunteer hours or my observation hours. So I wanted to thank Tynesha and Ethan for being just so generous with their time and allowing someone to come in just to learn about what it is to be a PT. Because to be honest, we all have to do that as part of the process of trying to get into PT school and for our applications. So for them to remember that and to be generous enough to allow that to happen, I was very grateful. And so with that being said, I was ready. Made good grades in school, took my GRE, made a decent score on the GRE, and I had my observation hours. I had to be a shoo-in, of course. But no, I did not get in the first time. And I was crushed. I could not believe it. I went like, what did I not have to where I couldn't get into PT school? During that time, I just started to second guess myself. Am I supposed to be a PT? Am I hearing God right? Is this truly a passion? Should I be doing something else? God, I'm confused. So I need some guidance. But because I had such good support of my mom, my dad, my siblings, my grandparents, aunts, uncles, extended family, friends, and just because I knew being a PT was what I wanted to do, I did not give up. So I went to work that summer, and lo and behold, my mom meets a PT at her job. What are the chances? I tend to still be amazed that this kind of stuff happens, but God is not, limited to our little circumstances or to our finite thinking. So He worked it all out. My mom met this PT. She mentions she's very, engaging with people. And she's like, oh, I have a daughter and, she's trying to get into PT school and she didn't get in the first time. And now she's, trying to get observation hours and continue to, work that process. And what does he say? I have a clinic and we need a PT tech. What? And he said, have her apply. And what did I do that day? I applied. And I was just like, wow, okay. I'm trying to be obedient and do what I'm supposed to do until I figure things out. And the opportunity just arose. And thank God I was able to take that opportunity. And I was able to get hired on as a PT tech. And what a blessing. Ted Kern is the PT and he helped me to start that process. Now, I had the other PTs that were so wonderful, Tynesha and Ethan, but I feel like after that setback, this was a new beginning. This was a renewed sense of mission and vision and perseverance, because it could have been over. I could have said, I didn't get in the first time, so I should probably just stop. But I didn't. And so I had the opportunity to learn and to go work for Ted and to learn what it means to be a PT and what documentation looks like and the hours that they work. And even after doing that, I was like, I think I still want to do this, because it was something greater, not just I don't know, making money. It was about fulfilling a purpose. I didn't know what it was yet, but I knew I needed to do it. And so I applied to schools once again, and lo and behold, I got in the second time. So with that being said, if you're on the path to trying to do something that you believe in and you believe that you're called to do, don't give up. You may have to work somewhere else. I worked in a gas station until I got my PT job, or a PT tech job. I worked at Brahms. I worked in other capacities. I was doing what I needed to do to be able to, kind of support myself. My parents really supported me, but I was getting myself in the mode that, yes, I have to work. I have to be diligent. I continue to look for whatever I needed to do, opportunities to learn what will increase my chances of getting into school. I just didn't give up. And thankfully, I had a lot of support. I'm a believer, so I had my faith. I had God's word encouraging me. I had others encouraging me, telling me that it's going to happen. Do not give up, continue to pursue it, continue to have faith in God. If you don't have that, I really don't know what to say, but I think God gives us all a sense of what we should be doing, and it's something that just doesn't go away. Even with setbacks, that desire to do that thing does not dissipate. So if you have that, then you might want to pursue it. And God may open those doors for you, because if he has something for you, it's going to work out. So yeah, I got into PT school on the second try, and that's okay because I loved it. And I thought I wanted to go to one school, but it turned out the school I went to, UT Southwestern Medical Center for Health Professions, that was my home. And that's where I learned and where I grew and where I thrived. And so if you have a dream, keep going for it. I'll have the next part next week.